Ladies and gents, welcome back. I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and I've got something very special for you today. We're going to be continuing our Hitman series with Hitman contracts. If you haven't had the chance to, please go check out my Hitman 2 Silent Assassin HD Professional Stealth walkthrough. I know that's a mouthful, isn't it? But we've completed Hitman 2 and we are ready to move on to Hitman contracts. Fun note is that I actually have not really played that much of Hitman contracts. When this game came out back in 2004, I believe it was, I had a lot of things going on in my life at the time. I think I changed jobs in the military somewhere around in there, so I never really got the chance to sit down and play Hitman contracts. So this is going to feel like a new Hitman game for me. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. Again, this is going to be professional difficulty mode with Silent Assassin rating on each and every single mission. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, favorite, share this video, as it really does help out the channel a lot. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Hitman contracts. It's go time.
In the powder itself. Pulling back the slide of the handgun, tighten the recoil spring and draw back or cock the hammer. Once released, the slide moves forward, lifting a new cartridge into the chamber. The gun is now loaded. Pulling the trigger now releases the hammer, which drives the firing pin forward until it strikes and ignites the propellant in the cartridge. This results in a rapid expansion of gas within the chamber, which forces the bullet forward and ejects its casing. This energy also produces a brief muzzle flash and a sharp
He knew me, actually recognized me, and looked me in my eyes. And he expected me. As if... oh, that's impossible.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Here we go, Hitman contracts. Now this first video is going to cover the intro as well as the training level, as I want to make sure you get everything out of this game, so don't worry, soon will be the actual first mission, but I thought, you know, it'd be a good place to start with the training mission. For those of you that don't have the game, maybe you don't plan on picking up the game in the future, whatever it is, you're at least going to be able to see everything that the game has to offer. That's how I usually like to do all of my games. So first off, we'll go in here into the options just so you guys can see kind of what we have to work with as far as options and that stuff. So we've got graphics options, sound, and controller setup. I always like to have invert, so it's just more comfortable for me to be inverted. I don't like my sensitivity to be too high, so just below halfway is usually a good one for me. And as you can see, the button configuration has definitely changed since Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, so hopefully we're not going to have too much of a problem. It's actually more streamlined and a little bit easier to use than it was in Hitman 2, so I think it's going to be a really good change, so really happy about that. Alright, so next thing up is we are actually going to go ahead and start the training mission, and let's see how we do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the training mode. This is not going to be a very long session that I'm going to be doing here. I just want to kind of get used to the controls a little bit and explain my intention for this walkthrough. As you can see, this is where all the weapons are stored, so if you actually go around and you complete missions and whatnot, this will start to fill up, and then you can come back and use them and kind of prep yourself for shooting and sniping, things like that. As you can see, we only have these open up so far because that's what we automatically get. We don't get anything else. We haven't done any missions. So again, this is going to be pretty much kind of a blind walkthrough, but not, as I am going to be going through the missions, finding the best routes, trying to give you guys a good thorough explanation on how I'm going about it, and maybe some also some other options for how you can choose to accomplish your mission in whichever fashion that you actually want to. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go around this training area, and we're going to show you what there is to kind of do in this area. Once you get some weapons and stuff, you're actually going to be able to come in here. As you can see, this is a sniper shooting range. So obviously we don't have any snipers yet or anything, so we really can't test anything out. But it's really nice to be able to go through here and just to kind of see everything that this game has. And it's awesome that it has this huge kind of a level to be able to really test out some of the weapons and the things that you have available to you. So there's a little sniping area. Next up is a kind of a shooting range area that you can actually go through. I just want to show you guys just kind of how it is or whatever. We're not really going to be doing anything. We don't have really any weapons, and I don't want to use just the pistols. So as you can see, they'll come up like this. Each time you go into a new section, it'll kind of go one by one. Very simple to do, and you can go through here. I think there's a total of like maybe 41 or 42 shots total that you can go through here and try to obviously get the best that you can. But maybe we'll come back here and show you guys if we can actually achieve a perfect 100% once we actually get some good weapons to do so with. But for right now, we ain't really got anything, and I just want to kind of show you the training level just a little bit. So it looks like there's a total of 44. So we didn't do very good, did we? On 0 out of 44. And you're back where we started. And there's one more section to actually go through. And this section is kind of the stealth section, I guess you can call it, just to really get you kind of ready for anything that's up ahead. So as you can see here, we've got guards. We can't really go in any of these two doors. We're only going to be able to go through this door on the end here. Now what's really cool about this game, and why I think the controls are better than say Hitman 2, is because you actually press the left trigger now to get down, and I like that. And depending on how hard or how much forward you move the left thumbstick, you can go slow like Hitman 2, or you can go a little bit faster, which is definitely a godsend. So yeah, and also everything is on the bottom screen now, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to kind of get used to that as well. Remember, I've not played this game, so to me, I'm going through this for the first time, so hopefully you guys get that kind of excitement going for you as well. But it looks like we got a guard up ahead. We're going to pick the lock. I don't believe you can use any map glitches or anything like that to be able to pick locks faster, so we're just going to have to go straight bare bones it. But as you can see, when you step, you actually hear footsteps. Now, I might not have the audio that loud enough for you to really be able to hear it, but I can actually hear it in my headset. So I definitely recommend you guys probably wearing headsets when you're watching this if you want to get really the most out of the sound. As you can see here, we're moving nice and slow. Okay, you get more crouched when you actually move slower, which means that we're actually able to go underneath this little kind of area right here. It's not as realistic if you're crouched and going faster and your head is above the actual point that they'd be able to see, so I like to be more realistic in my walkthroughs. So if you're not looking for a fast speedrun type of walkthrough, this is definitely not going to be for you. I am going to be doing this more methodically, kind of explain how I'm going to go through it, and that way you guys can get the most enjoyment out of this game. So all of you know that I'm really not much of a killer. I'm more of the kind of subdue person, so we're actually going to be using the syringe, which I'm really glad that we've got the syringe to use as opposed to using the anesthesia, as it is a lot faster, and to me I think it's just better. So we're going to take his clothes as well as his weapon, and now we can actually freely move around this place a little bit better. As you can see here, it's got this whole little training area down in there. Pretty much when you go down in there, you're just kind of learning how to go through windows, and then you can shoot some bottles at the end and stuff. So nothing too strenuous, whatever. You can turn off the lights right there when you go down in there. But something that you weren't able to do in Hitman 2, at least I don't recall, was the whole jump from one side to another. Now you could do this in the original Hitman game, and you can do this in blood work as well. So, or blood money, sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to say blood work when I think of Hitman blood money. But yeah, so it's pretty easy so far, just pretty straightforward. And again, like I said, this is going to be completely stealth. Silent Assassin, only really take out the targets I can unless there's an enemy that's in my way and there's just nothing I'm going to be able to do to find a way to get by them. So we can pass by these enemies by being crouched or whatever. As you can see, he's a little bit higher crouched, so if you move just a little bit slower, then he's actually underneath the point of where any of these guards will see us. Now, you can be caught right here if you're not super awesome like me, so definitely move slow. As you can see, there's these guards really that you need to worry about on this side here. I just stuck my head up there a little bit if you press it a little too much. So we're just going to keep going, try to remain as stealthy as possible. You really got to learn how not to press too hard on the thumbstick, or else that will happen and you'll kind of go up a little bit. So you can see how slow we're moving, but we're only doing this just to prove a point that it's definitely more realistic to keep your head a little bit lower when you're trying to go through places like this. And then once you get past a certain point, you pretty much don't have to worry about him anymore. Alright. And of course there's a guard here, so keep moving, don't stop. If you, as you can see, my cover's been blown. That's automatically going to happen, so now we can actually have some fun. What's up? I'm going to kill some people. It's kind of weird how we get through there and then all of a sudden our cover is blown. There's nothing we can really do about it. But why not have a little bit of fun and actually go through here and kill some guards? Let's take some of their weapons here. Let's pick up some ammunition. Alright, we got 50. You don't need to drag the body. Let's have some fun. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, I'm invincible. What are you gonna do, huh? You can just go through here and just shoot everybody. You don't take any damage in the training level, so that's what makes it even more funny. Or maybe it's because I have this uniform on, and it probably gives me a lot more armor since I have. Guards are alerted. Oh no! What are we gonna do? That's a lot of kills already, huh? Better pick up some. Find some ammo. We'll pick up another weapon. You go to first person if you want. Alright, sweet. Now we got an SMG back, so. And there you go. So I got to show you, obviously, some of the stealth elements, and I got to show you some of the non-stealth elements. Of course, I prefer to go through completely stealth, so that is what you're going to see. So, I mean, bar none, that's what you're going to see. But at least we'll go through here and show you some more of kind of the areas that you can go through. You can see you can shoot some things. You know, this is 2004, so this kind of stuff was actually starting to become really popular. Being able to shoot bottles and whatnot. You can see the Hitman emblems right there. Maybe a little Easter egg. There's really no other section that you can actually go into. It's kind of weird. You've got all these doors and you've got some guards and stuff up there. But with these doors, you can just look through them. However, you can't go anywhere. As you can see, the door is locked. Maybe they become open later, but everything is just locked right now. There's another little emblem. Alright, so that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to go ahead and head back to the main part. If you want, like I said before earlier, you can actually go up here. Pull this level. And you'll turn off some lights. So you can be definitely a lot more sneakier that way. Again, this training level is pretty much... It wants you to train like when you have a lot of your weapons and stuff, because all we have is an SMG and we don't have anything else really unlocked. But obviously the more we go and play, then the more we're gonna have. So but that's pretty much gonna do it for this initial video. I really do hope you guys are going to enjoy my Hitman Contracts walkthrough. I plan on making it as stealthy and as awesome as possible, and of course it's only going to get that way because of you guys. So thank you so much for watching in advance. I really do appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I like how it shows the ammo below the weapons there. But again, wow, just thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to start this walkthrough with you guys. And I hope that you enjoy. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and we will see you on the first mission. Peace out, bitches!
He's found us. Oh, shit!